and welcome to another day of StarLadder Season 6. It is day number 21, and we are here with the second game of today, where we see 4 games in total. For now, we see virtus.pro versus Alliance, one of the bigger matches, and more importantly, this could be the battle for the first place. Right now, virtus.pro and Alliance are tied, both having played 11 games. This will be their 12th, both having 10 wins, 1 losses. And for one of that will change tonight. And of course, I'm not by myself. I'm being assisted by K-poptosis, who will be providing you for stats today. And of course, the one that you will hear, it is my co-caster. It is Kanaz. Welcome back.
Hi. Good to be here.
Good to be here indeed. So this is one of the bigger matches of the entire StarLadder season. Both teams having amazing results. But from you, who do you favor?
I'm rooting for VP.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
No, not really. I'm just rooting for VP. I like seeing teams sort of take games off each other in a big circle, so it feels like everyone's really good. And if Alliance keeps beating everyone, then it seems like Alliance is everyone, and I'd rather everyone be even.
Fair. Though Alliance has recently lost a couple of times up against Mouse Sports.
That's true.
And don't
but
you
they
want
need to
know,
lose to other teams.
Don't you want to also have like one good team that you know will go very far, so they can support it all the way to TI3?
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, that's fun too, but I like seeing just really close, good matches. And if all the teams are really strong, that always seems really fun to me. I don't know. I like not knowing who's gonna win going into any given game.
Fair enough. We have, of course, got the Wisp picked up, so that is something that we don't see every day. The bans were very targeted against Admiral Bulldog, both the Nature's Prophet and the Lone Druid on the side of virtus.pro banned out. The Bedrider and the Lifestealer banned out by Alliance themselves, and that left, of course, the IO still in the pool, so that will be a hero for the Radiant team. And virtus.pro picking up the Gyrocopter as their first pick, and they'll now also decide which one they have second. As they could try to go for also a very strong support. Or they could try to deny something from Alliance. Like some teams, sometimes when there is a Wisp picked up on one side, they all go for the Chaos Knight themselves, so that you don't have the Chaos Knight Wisp combination. I don't think the virtus.pro is one of those teams though, and they actually pick up the Nyx Assassin with the Magnus picked up by Alliance, so S4 able to play his signature hero once again.
Yeah, Nyx, one of the heroes still heavily favored by VP, even though a lot of teams have sort of slowly started not really picking him up so much. But we've seen Arsart play an amazing Nyx Assassin many times in the past on that 4 roll where he'll get a really fast blink dagger inexplicably and just be able to do tons of work for his team. So see exactly if they're able to do a lot with that, or if they're going to have a little more of a trouble this time getting the Nyx farm, or maybe even if they send him in the mid lane, which isn't really as common as it used to be.
Very true. Well, we'll see though. I mean, they might try to throw a curveball to Alliance and just throw them off guard a bit. The next bans that we see coming up on virtus.pro are also pretty personal ones. We've got the Chen of Aki being denied here. And yeah, Loda's Phantom Assassin also getting banned out here for virtus.pro. We do have Alliance going for the Shadow Demon, so that's a strong support that they don't want to be going up against. That's one of those heroes that, should there be a TP in from Wisp and any other target, that disruption can just make sure that the target like the priority target would be safe. Of course, also a very strong target on lane, as that is a phase where you might try to beat the Wisp combination. That is, by the way, interesting to note that virtus.pro, they don't beat any of the strong Wisp combinations out here, apart from the Phantom Assassin, which is actually something that Alliance has done in the past as well.
Yeah, Alliance run all sorts of heroes with IO, so it's hard to say exactly what they're going to want to go for. We've seen them go, they don't really go Chaos Knight that much, which is kind of the common one, but they've gone like Riki, Stealth Assassin picks. Heroes that just have gap closers that aren't Chaos Knight, that they like relying on a little bit more for carrying into the later stages of the game. So we'll see what they end up going for, but kind of expecting Alliance to just go with the last pick carry like they usually do for Loda. There's so many heroes they can play, and they don't even necessarily have to pick someone who's amazing with Wisp. They can pick up whatever carry they want and just use the Wisp to set up ganks with any sort of hero. Alliance, they've kind of talked about their theory on how you play Wisp a little bit differently, where you don't have to force the ganks. You just have to make the Wisp be available on the map and make sure the other team's aware of that, force them to group up, and then you can just use them sort of as a farming aid where it makes it so that your team can split push, can farm more places on the map safely, and their team is forced to just kind of group up in order to avoid getting picked off by Wisp ganks.
Very true. So virtus.pro already with that Wisp on the board, they are, or with the IO on the board, they are kind of forced to just go for something that is strong if they go group up, because they will be forced to group up. And when that when IO rather is level 6, virtus.pro indeed, like you said, their playstyle will change. Their playstyle will be more focused on team fighting, and they need to be strong with that. They already have got that cooldown from the gyro. Darkseer very strong as well with that, and of course Queen of Pain as well, not to forget. But then again, if they go team fight, we've got the Magnus on the side of Alliance that can just also put the fight completely in favor of them. And they pick up a Bounty Hunter. Now we have seen IO Bounty Hunter from them before, so that might be one of their combinations. You can also, of course, try to roam and find a target with the Bounty Hunter, and then teleport onto it with the Wisp, and maybe someone else could even be a support if they want to. And then just go for a gank like that. Very strong combination already. We do still have a Chaos Knight ban out, so virtus.pro still just really doesn't want to deal with that one. We also still have a Phantom Lancer in the game, by the way. Also something that Alliance sometimes pick up, and we have actually seen that picked up with the Wisp, I believe, as well. Although I'm not sure if that was Alliance or if that was a different team. But of course they already have the Keeper of the Light, so they could try to go for that. virtus.pro, they've got themselves a mid Queen of Pain. They got a support, an offlane, and a carry, and they need either a secondary support or a jungle hero. And we'll see what they go for. The secondary support already banned out, and there's a Disruptor still, the counter to IO. You blink, you relocate in rather, you get glimpsed back.
Yep, and you have to be confident with your Disruptor play to really pick him up in such a competitive match. He doesn't have a solid disable the way a lot of supports that we see normally played do. He has a kinetic field that can sort of keep people corralled in place, and then you can try and drop the Static Storm on them to stop them from really doing too much. And there's the Riki pick. That's kind of what I was expecting from Alliance. That's a hero that they really favor, I think, more than any other team with the IO. So, pretty strong lineup. They definitely have some pretty good ganking potential, and they can also use the Wisp just sort of as boots of travel in the late game to move Loda to a different lane to split push, and then Keeper Light can recall him if there's a team fight, which is always the power when you have both IO and Keeper Light on the same team. Riki obviously not the best split pusher, not the way like a Phantom Lancer or something would be, and I don't think it was Alliance you were mentioning that particular combo that ran those heroes together. It might have been, but that's really why you would do that. You use it as a split pushing sort of enabler. The IO can make it so that Phantom Lancer doesn't have to spend a lot of gold on travel and just can port him around, and you can have the Phantom Lancer be present everywhere on the map all the time, which is very powerful because Phantom Lancer is a great split pusher. But they're going to go at Riki this game, and that gives them more of a ganking lineup, especially with the Bounty Hunter. We'll see how it works out for them, though.
Yeah, we are seeing that the lead is in favor of Alliance in terms of last matchups. They have faced 3 times in this matchup, and 2 of those went to Alliance. Still, of course, that one going the way of virtus.pro. Might see a second one coming off here. Of course, this is basically a bit of a tiebreaker. Who will take the first place in StarLadder Season 6? One of these 2 teams will head the charts after this game. The one who will win will take the crown, and will be guaranteed a trip to Kiev, I believe, regardless. So that will be interesting to see who will get that. One thing I still want to point out also is that there's and a Riki and a Bounty Hunter, so that's 2 Invis heroes. So virtus.pro, they are already knowing that they have to spend a lot of gold to wards and such, so you can't really rely on your invisibility, as virtus.pro is actually looking for a level 1 gank. They have got the Thunderstrike picked up first. Not really that great of a level 1 ability, but they are still looking for it. But in the end, back off. Looks like aggressive Trilin is going to be it for virtus.pro. So, it will be Arsarge playing the Nyx Assassin for virtus.pro. NS will be on the Disruptor for his team. On the dire side, Illidan or Airman playing the Gyrocopter on the aggressive Trilin as the carry. Tamar Wild in the mid lane playing the Queen of Pain. And on the top lane, it is the last one. It is KSI's Darkseer who will be soloing top and who should be having a fun time there.
Yep, and for Alliance, we're going to have Loda in the bottom lane playing the Riki. His support going to be the IO, played by EGM Aki. On the Chen, who's hanging out in the jungle to start things off, it looks like might heading towards the bottom lane now. Mid lane going to be S4 once again on the Magnus, and finally top lane is going to be Admiral Bulldog on the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, as we see the win rate of EGM's Wisp 73%. That is also quite high. 18-5. Only 5 games lost. Let's see if we can add another win to that. Of course, he has 18 wins. Let's see if we can make it 19. Aggressive tri-lane, I don't know really who'd favor. Like, the escape mechanisms of Alliance is really strong. You can blink strike yourself out. The tether will be there to get yourself out. Only Aki doesn't really have an escape and has to be very careful. But he also can get tethered so that he can run faster. And it's definitely not going to be easy for virtus.pro to lock someone down, especially not since Aki probably knows that he is the one that they will go on. So he'll be standing back. In the meantime, you do have a glimpse back at some point, and as we'll probably pick it up, you do have an impale, so that's some extra disable. So they have got some potential, but it's really tough to say who will actually win this tri-lane, as you can of course vote who you think will win this matchup. It is Alliance or a virtus.pro. Case sensitive, so exclamation mark vote and then the team's name. And yeah, who do you favor in this tri-lane situation here?
Well, Keeper Light is obviously a terror in tri-lane. Wisp doesn't do necessarily as much, but can definitely provide a lot of regen. So unless VP are really able to spike things down, they're probably not going to have a lot of success getting kills. And it's kind of hard to actually burst heroes down when you have a disruptor lane, because he doesn't actually do that much. He doesn't have a disable to hold them really in place for rocket barrage longer. Like, Thunderstrike at level 1 is not really surprising that he would grab that skill level 1, but it doesn't do that much. He gets a point and glimpse now, but it's short range until you get additional points in it. So, like, Disruptor's a little awkward, I feel like, in the aggressive tri-lane. Hopefully it works out for them and they're able to get something done, because otherwise they're committing quite a bit down here with Gyrocopter being spent on the aggressive tri-lane.
Go for load up. The glimpse is actually there and he is actually going down. This is the first blood going the way of virtus.pro. That glimpse still doing the worst here for virtus.pro. Rocket Barrage, of course, already spot on, and you could actually say that Loda may be slightly overconfident that they indeed have a very strong defensive tri-lane, but virtus.pro finding the right moment and taking the first blood. Going the way of the gyro as well. Important one to have that on.
Yeah, and EGM nowhere to be found, so he can't provide that tether to try and get the additional move speed to Riki, and that makes it a pretty easy kill. It's still Illidan does a lot of damage with that rocket barrage, of course.
Yeah, one thing that we actually should indeed also not forget, that like virtus.pro, they're gonna get detection, you know? They're gonna get a lot of detection actually. Gems cannot be destroyed. And even though Alliance, if they get a hands on the gem, the Nyx Assassin will be kind of a bit sad. But it's actually a bit of a tough thing to take here in Alliance's lineup, because they use those invisibilities way more than virtus.pro does in this matchup.
Yeah, gems can't be destroyed, but you can still pick them up and drop them in your fountain.
Yes.
So if they really don't want the gem and they like win a fight where they kill someone who had one, you can still get rid of the gem very easily. Just toss it all the way in the back of your fountain, pick it up with the courier, what have you. So it's not that big a deal. It's more that you can't, when you know you're about to die and you're holding a gem, you can't just drop it and kill it. And they're going on Aki. I don't know if they'll be able to get this.
The tether is there, EGM trying to save Loda, and Loda actually going on Disruptor here. Rocket Barrage still doing a bit of damage, EGM taking a lot of damage, couple more hits needed, the Flak Cannon doing the works and gets a kill in the end. Illidan taking some tower damage. Rocket Barrage though will chase him away, and Aki goes down. That's a double kill for Illidan. He still stays alive on 10 HP. With the stick charges there. Maybe Loda can do something though, and the spirits. There goes the Nyx Assassin, will still end up dropping. With Riki getting the kill, Loda getting himself a double kill maybe as well if he can get this next kill, but he backs off after not being able to chase behind the tier 1 tower. But that was a double kill going the way of Airman. He's now on a killing spree. Yes, they gave it to kill in return to Loda, but that was a big win for virtus.pro.
Yeah, and Gyrocopter immediately picks up phase boots. So Illidan quite farmed at this point. He doesn't have enough money for a TP scroll. See if someone, maybe his support buys it for him. Some of the supports have enough money, or maybe sells some iron branches. But definitely going basically perfectly for VP in this bottom lane. That's exactly what they want to see, is this Gyrocopter getting kills, getting some farm as well. He's not doing great on last hits, but he's ahead of the Riki, which is relevant. And he is also quite far ahead on kills. He got first blood as well. So doing a pretty good job thus far in this bottom lane for VP. And the Disruptor pick has been working pretty well. He's actually maxing Thunderstrike over his other two spells, which is unusual from what I'm used to seeing. I think Glimpse is kind of the standard because it goes up so much in cast range as well as down in cooldown, and mana cost with level. It becomes much more usable with level, but it's still very powerful. Yeah. Even now, and maybe just favoring Thunderstrike ever since they changed it a little bit. It got rescaled with the most recent patch.
Yeah, in the meantime, we see Bulldog. He actually is ahead on levels compared to KSI. Bulldog was level 6 before KSI was. The difference is not that big, but it's still something that you have to take note of. It's of course the off lane for Alliance here. 28-9 for Rebel Bulldog, while KSI is sitting on 31-2. So doing good there for KSI as well. You might see some rotations soon coming up from Bulldog because of course with that track he will be looking for kills. And talking about looking for kills, I think also we might see the Magnets rotating soon. We do of course have Tama Wild also reaching level 7 and now picking up his Sonic Wave. And a rotation indeed on the way as Bulldog already TP's bottom. Goes invisible. There is no ward down though, no sentry that is not close by virtus.pro. They have to be careful they don't have... Well, they have one more sentries up on NS. And they'll need them.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're really...
I think they saw it as well. I think they saw him going invisible. We're just waiting for placing the ward. Tether? Whoa. That gave it away.
What did Wisp just tether to? What was that? So they're probably aware at this point, or they should be if they're paying like any attention at all to the lane, that Bulldog was there. And they're going on Loda. The Glimpse is going to be there.
Yeah, the Glimpse is going to be there again, and he is still level 5. The tether is there, but it doesn't matter, or does it? Sick Charge is trying to help out. Looking for maybe a Spike Carapace, gets it as well. Loda ends up going down, but as does Ines. Aki still drops. EGM looking to go down as well, or tether himself up. Where hit needed. It's a double kill going away with Airman. Impale hits upon Bulldog. Here comes S4. He has got that RP. Looking for it. Track goes on. Skewer is there. RP not even needed. One more hit will do the job. And oh, never mind. Just to make sure that he gets the kill, he uses the RP. And that is the first time that Airman went down. But he's involved in all 6 kills for his team so far. And I guess that was kind of worth it, and especially if they're gonna get Bulldog here as well, with the with the kills. Chasing him down, Illuminate will scare them off though. They have that sentry in the middle there, so that's why they saw him, but they can't chase him further. Loda did manage to get level 6 with that. It actually goes up on Tama Wild, who is able to run himself out, but he doesn't have a blink for another 6 seconds. And Loda, with that Orb of Venom, is doing some work here. Shockwave won't reach. Lucky for Tama Wild. He gets out.
Yeah, that was very, very close for him. And that fight is a little bit the fault of Smile that it went as poorly as it did. It could have gone. It went well for Alliance or VP, but it kind of went closer to even. If Smile had landed that Impale immediately upon the Glimpse returning from Riki, instead of just completely whiffing it, that's a free kill on him, and the fight goes completely differently.
Yeah,
EGM though.
EGM will suck on 3 HP, gets Glimpse back, but just a body that you Glimpse. With Airman already with the kill. Nice Vendetta usage. Was the first time that Smile did get level 6. Uses Vendetta to get away from Loda in the end, and of course, successfully so. Illuminates will keep flying. This is going to be Aki's job. Don't let them push. Hold on long enough so that Ricky and Bounty can get bigger. In the meantime though, virtus.pro, they're not backing up from this trial and they're sticking here. And they can too. I mean, it's going okay. It's going well actually for an aggressive trial. Look at the difference in net worth. I mean, okay, Ricky is level 6, you know, that's good, but he's lower in net worth than the Nyx Assassin is on the side of virtus.pro.
Yeah, he's not having a great time, and if you look at the levels as well, the supports for Alliance, they're level 3. We have a 6 Nyx Assassin and a 5 Disruptor, and that's pretty big. Nyx Assassin being level 6, 9 minutes in, and as a support in an aggressive tri-lane. That's a huge level advantage for him to get, and he can roam around the map now and just kill EGM repeatedly. Yeah,
he can kill those supports so easy. We do see him, actually, where is he? He went back to base to get his mana. He also has mana boots. He is doing really well for himself. We do have a rotation up on Loda though. He went mid, trying to help S4, maybe set up something, as we do of course have that smoke, making sure that Tama Wild can blink away if they get it there. They do have an RP up again, so you can just land an RP, put the smoke over the top and go for a kill, but Loda already backing off. Want to farm, should farm. Has got only boots and a poor man's shield, but can't really find it. Might try to go for kills as Aki and EGM hiding behind tier 1s. virtus.pro, they know that they're there. Oh, Tama Wild, there goes the dust. He should be able to blink though, but here comes S4. Oh, Blink Away still there. Blink Strike after as well, with the track being there, but the mechanism already up on KSI. KSI Surge there as well. Maybe one Blink Strike needed. Loda with the double damage rune. He goes after KSI, has to run through a wall though. That's not something that he wants to do. Shockwave! Nice! Of course, it wasn't a blind one. The track was there. Another RP comes here, and they want KSI. They get KSI as well. Nicely done. In the meantime, Airman. Oh my God, you can't TP him there by yourself. Rocket Barrage, cooldown, might be able to do something. Gets a double kill. The hell?
Oh.
Whoa.
So S4 ports out. If S4 doesn't port out, I think they kill Illidan.
Yeah.
They probably still lose too, but
yeah.
Illidan, that double kill.
And he gets out alive, and he just killed off Io as well. That was the kill. Like they still dove on the bottom lane, and Io went down. I don't think the Keeper of Light went down. Whoa. Okay. So yeah. Sorry, I was kind of surprised there.
Yeah, that was a very surprising fight. Tame My Wild staying a little too close. He was going to try and ult them when they committed on Darkseer. Maybe he didn't realize he was tracked. Yeah. But he's standing just like in range of everyone, tracked up, and a shockwave flies through, kills him off. Makes things look really bad. The RP comes out to kill Darkseer under the tower, but I really don't think they expected Illidan to be able to kill them. But the damage he put out because he's maxed Rocket Barrage is huge. And able to get that kill. They're smoked up in this bottom lane now. No one here for them to find, unfortunately for them. But things looking good thus far. Of course, yeah, the sentry ward here, of course, as well, that they're about to walk past.
I think this ward is visible, right?
The sentry ward?
No, I mean the observer that they just placed in the bottom lane. But the tower can't get it. But I think the creeps will see it. I think the true side aura is just a bit longer than the range of the tower itself.
It's really close. I'm hoping that they know where the tower range is. And
yeah, we're gonna assume that I'm the noob.
That's really
and that
close.
they are pro players. That sounds like a good assumption.
They're gonna kill the tower though.
Yeah.
They're professional players. They'll be fine.
In the meantime, Alliance is also trying to lay down some pressure. They were actually trying to pressure the TR1 tower mid, but they backed off when they saw KSI TPing in. Well, they're not going to get anything in return for that. Towers are in favor of virtus.pro, not by 1, but by 2 towers, because that top tier 1 tower is also down. That's of course the power of KSI in a lane. If you have those iron shells, I mean, yeah, you can survive and you can last hit on your tower, but your tower will still take a lot of harassment. And end up going down. 4 heroes of Alliance sitting here in this mid lane. We do have an RP up. Track will go off. They will try to probably go, but virtus.pro, they're not going to sit around and wait. I'm kind of waiting for Arsar or Smile to go for more Vendetta kills. Well, as we actually have, I was going to say AGM. He looked to be doing a bit dangerous things, but ends up going back to his fellow support. But they have to play it safe. It's understandable, because if they go out by themselves, obviously they're going to get killed off, and they're just sticking together. And this is actually something that is outwardly. Oh, that's a kill. Time out wild. Got skewered back in. Yeah, that was an RP used as well. Okay.
Yep, they have 4 heroes mid. They RP'd the Queen of Pain and skewered her back into the tower. So she died immediately, but they commit a lot to it, so it's not the worst thing in the world for VP.
But I just, you know, we said during the draft, I mean, if you are playing with a Wisp in your oh, EGM, you're so dead. You're dead.
They might be able to get Aki as well.
Yeah, exactly. There comes a Thunderstrike, and he doesn't have any mana. One more hit. There we go. Double kill on the way of Arsart. Blink in. Skewer only gets the only gets a disruptor. Disruptor will end up going down. Impale up on Bulldog. Here comes the Resto. Airman thinking about going in Loda. He's of course invisible, and they don't have that gem. And they can't go in on this though. It's too much power coming off of virtus.pro. But yeah, I was gonna say that we were talking about that if you have a Wisp on your team, you force the opponent team to stick together so that, you know, you can't get ganked off and such. But it's actually vice versa right now, because Alliance is sticking together like glue.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin has kind of a similar effect on the team, and he's kind of big. He's level 8 already, 14 minutes in on the support Nyx Assassin, so he's gotten quite a few kills that maybe normally you wouldn't see on Nyx Assassin this early in the game, and that was just completely owed to how well the tri-lane went for VP. When you win a tri-lane versus tri-lane, supports on one side get over-leveled, supports on the other side they get under-leveled, and that makes things pretty easy when one of those supports on the winning side is something like Nyx Assassin that can move around and take map control away just through the use of Vendetta. So we'll see how soon he can get level 11 and be able to do even more damage here. It's probably going to be a little while, But again, thanks to the rescaling of kind of how you level, it's a little bit easier to get level 11 than it used to be.
Yeah, in the meantime, they tried to go on KSI. Use track and everything, but KSI, he has a mech, was able to use it and surge himself out, so staying alive. Now the rest of virtus.pro knows that there is only 3 people middle here from Alliance, and they're actually gonna come in from the side here. Supports first. Tether is there to maybe help them get away. Glimpse back though, that's gonna be the Wisp back in the hands of Airman, and Tema Wild ends up taking the kill. Really nicely done. With the glimpse from the backside of things. ONS might still be in some trouble there. Especially if, oh, he's fine. Or is he? He's gonna get tracked. They're gonna chase him down. Blink forward. Where's the rest of his team? Team! No! Team! No! Okay. Nice track kill. It was just a bit overextending on the wrong side of the map there.
Yeah, he was trying to set something up, I think. Maybe get in position where he could get a big glimpse and catch someone out, but not able to. And he's actually started to max glimpse. It looks like he just won the 2nd point in Thunderstrike early, I guess, for more additional damage in the tri-lane maybe. But he's going to be maxing glimpse now. And he also has that point in Static Storm, which is a powerful ability. It's not awesome against Alliance. It can kind of mess up Magnus's initiation a little bit. If he blinks in and you get Static Storm off before he can RP, then he can't really RP where he wants to, which is a pretty powerful effect, but a lot of these other heroes it doesn't do a ton to.
You can silence Loda and he won't be invisible anymore.
Yeah, if Riki walks into it, he will be revealed immediately. I don't know when. I was thinking about that in the bottom lane when he was almost initiating on, or mid lane rather, when he was initiating in that fight when they fought near the large camp and they killed the 2 supports. But he just can stay out of it most of the time. They're going on Loda here though, and this is when it's good.
This is when it's amazing. They are gonna get this kill, dominating Nyx Assassin support. They also place a sentry just in case. 20 or 2k gold up on our side. He's going for that Blink Dagger as first item. Or first big item, rather.
Yep, and that's really big for him. He uses it to initiate very effectively and set up big impales. We've seen him get pretty commonly, he gets multiple 3-4 man impales in a game. And those are really big for a team fight. That stun is pretty powerful, and usually it's you don't get 4 heroes like every time you use it. But Smile, he always seems to find quite a few heroes anytime he blinks forward.
Getting those right positions going. In the meantime, Alliance still hasn't been able to take down any towers. And they are like in this position where, like, okay, normally you'd have this hard carry that would do, like, would win the late game for you. And even though I like Riki as a carry, but he needs to make things happen. Oh, actually, he's gonna make things happen. They're gonna TP right on top of Tema Wild, who was already sitting there together with S4 and able to kill off the Queen of Pain. Nicely done. So, yeah, okay, my point is now no longer valid, though virtus.pro, they think, you know what, you take Queen of Pain, we take tier 2 tower, though already Alliance sitting behind it. Going for the Disruptor.
RP is on cooldown too.
That's a kill. Impale up on 2, cooldown coming down as well. EGM in a lot of trouble there. Here comes S4, he doesn't have an RP anymore, but it's Airman that actually gets killed off here. It is EGM that still ends up going down. That is Arsard's mega kill streak, goes for the Vendetta, might try to turn it around. Maybe for Bulldog, maybe for Loda, he has to be careful though. KSI gets a vacuum, there goes the mech. It is Loda taking a lot of damage, will go down. Bulldog trying to run for his life, takes home a kill with him, or at least an assist. As KSI still ends up dying, Aki in some trouble. Arsard sitting here by himself with some illusions of KSI. Able to get the killing blow. Well, no, it was an illusion that got the killing blow. KSI got the credit for that with the wall. In the end, I'm not sure if virtus.pro came out ahead there.
No, they come out a little bit behind because they lose Gyrocopter. And they lose a couple more heroes, I believe, as well. It ended up being like a 3-for-2 trade. But they're still getting kills on the Riki. And Riki being shut down for long periods of time really limits what he's going to be able to do. Because Riki's a carry that's much better in the mid-game than maybe many others. He can really do a lot of burst damage if he gets behind someone in the mid-game. And of course, he usually rushes that defusal. He went for a Yasha this game for more of a carry-ish build, I guess. We'll see if he finishes into the Manta now, if we go Sanjin Yasha. Again, Loda, one of the heroes that are players that will actually pick that item up. And has options, but he's just not doing a lot thus far, and he's moving towards his top lane.
Yeah, might be able to find Airman there, who, by the way, picked himself up that BKB. So won't be in any trouble while being under the smoke that Loader can throw out.
Yeah, and Wisp is with S4 right now, so if Illidan gets low, they can relocate him in, but it looks like they're just going to give it up.
We're gonna let him slide. And virtus.pro trying to create some more map control as they roam once again inside the Radiant jungle. And that's something that's providing some issues for Alliance right now. They don't really have that many places that they can actually farm in. And they know that they have to make things happen on the map. But it's tough for them to get something going right now. They can't farm on the bottom lane right now, obviously, virtus.pro sitting there. Mid lane would be on the wrong side of the river. Also risky if there is a Nyx Assassin on the map with the Blink Dagger. And they are farming top, which is great. There are 3 people there though, and they don't just have a Riki that needs farm at this point, because you also want to have your Bounty Hunter to be a bit of a semi-carry, because Riki won't be able to do it all by himself. And you also want S4 to be able to finish off his BKB, which he is going for. And they are now sitting with 5 people on the tier 1 tower. They will take down a second tower in the game for them, because they already took down a tier 1 mid, but they'll lose a tier 2 for it. And virtus.pro, they might even think to defend that top lane. Nah, they won't.
Yeah, there's no real reason for them to try. They would have to port in, and likely would get just with the people who move in one at a time. They're moving towards the mid lane. They can try and pressure this tower, and they should actually be able to take it. Unless Alliance want to do something tricky and maybe utilize relocate, but it looks like they're not going to, so they're just going to give up this tier 1 mid.
Yeah, Illuminates will flying through. We'll have a bit of harassment going with the tower already dead. Tamer Wild picking up the gold. Tamer Wild, by the way, also going for BKB. Just want to be able to stand in those Illuminates, and of course under the clouds. Especially for the Queen of Pain, you want to be able to throw in all your spells without getting silenced. Meantime, we've got Darkseer going for a pipe, and Darkseer also in a bit of trouble, but it might actually be... Oh, Sentry Ward goes down. They saw him. They glimpse him back into the kinetic field, and Pale Bulldog will be going down. Wisp TP comes in, though. They're trying to take it, but it's just EGM. He is by himself, and that's going to be a very sad Wisp. It is going to get chased down by the Nyx Assassin, and oh my god, Sonic Wave, why don't you? Double kill in the end for also getting the kill up on Bulldog. That was not really necessary, I feel, but at least kill's a kill. And she had the mana, she had the regen rune, so.
Yeah, the cooldown's the more expensive thing for Queen of Pain with the Sonic Wave, but it is BKB money with that kill. So maybe that's what Timo was thinking about. I didn't notice his gold before the kill. He might have been thinking, if I get this kill on Wisp, that's BKB done, and I can have that item for the next fight, stay alive longer, and just be able to keep throwing out those Scream of Pains to do as much damage as possible, even if the Sonic Wave isn't uncooled up quite yet as a result of it.
Yeah, and I haven't really looked at the graphs for this game because it just feels so even, though slightly in favor of virtus.pro, and that's exactly what we see. It's going down, but not very fast apart from those last 2 kills, obviously. It's 22 minutes in, we are about 7k in favor of virtus.pro, also with a P, what the hell. But that's like one fight and it can go back up again. Doesn't really say that much. Experience graph, same story. It's been going up and down, and still in favor of virtus.pro in the end, also towards the 7,500, but with the cursor back. There I am. Oh, and there's just a fight going on in the meantime. We've got a shockwave going through, nobody really dying apart from EGM. Now also Aki goes down, Tamer Wild with a kill. Dominating right now. We see that also the Magnets goes down. He did throw out his RP, didn't get anything though. It looks like virtus.pro really low in the end, but nobody died of their side.
Yeah, they were able to do a lot of damage. I think it felt like they realized that Roshan was going on way too late. I don't know if you're not gonna be able to see where I'm pinging. Right on the cliff on the Radiant side.
I am seeing that.
Okay.
Yes.
That's where they ended up going in. They were here when Roshan went down with EGM. He tried to escape, ends up just dying. And they just keep chasing, and now they're going for tier 3s on the back of it. They still have the Aegis up on Airman, and that's going to be tier 3s in the mid lane. Alliance, it was sloppy for them to try and go for that.
Yeah, and they might actually get a win off that. That would be quite awkward. Aki taking a lot of damage here, standing a bit too far to the front, gets killed off for it. And if Alliance keeps doing this, they might lose more than just racks. And now they pause. Thank you. Couldn't they pause when I disconnected? And for all people watching, yes, I know I have troubles with my ISP. Unfortunately, that's not fixed today. I tried. But that's what the result is. So that sucks. But I can't change it.
Does your game say not have the kill score right?
12 to 24 I have it.
Okay, people are saying 0-0 in chat.
Yeah, it was probably that when I just reconnected back in first.
Alright.
So,
So
this is
they'll get over
this is
it.
Rex. So they killed off the Wisp near the Roche pit, were able to find more kills off the back of that. The RP tried to stop it, but also that didn't work out. And they took off an entire Rex of that, killed off Keeper of Light twice, killed off the Wisp twice off the back of that one Roche fight, and they still have the Aegis, I believe. And it is still up on Airman, so this is virtus.pro just getting handed one set of racks.
Yeah, they get free racks after the Roshan. It was Roshan completely uncontested, and Alliance like overextend into it. As they die, or as the Roshan dies, they end up giving away a few kills. They give away now tier 3 in the mid lane, as well as both sets of racks, and now they're just way on the back foot. Smile picks up a Dagon, so he's going to be able to do even more damage, burst these heroes down. And it's just feeling like Wisp, Keeper Light, they can't have any game impact right now. They're so far behind.
Yeah, they can only use it to maybe safe farm a bit more. And I believe the Ricky pick, it wasn't really that effective in the end. I mean, his tri-lane against him ended up not working out, even though they had such a safe tri-lane, wasn't safe enough. And virtus.pro just able to just continue on. They were slowly getting ahead, and now they all of a sudden big ahead. 14k gold in favor of Alliance, of virtus.pro rather. Experience graph looking the exact same. And we only see him. We see Arsard roaming around. He has got a Dagon. He's got that gem of True Sight. He is on the hunt. He will have to go into his own jungle to find people though, because that is where Alliance is, apart from the Keeper of the Light. But everybody's sitting top. They actually find themselves Tamar Wild, able to harass him away. Blink in, Skewer back towards where the rest is inside the tether. Suntrack kill on the board. Mega kill streak ended. But here comes virtus.pro looking for maybe a team fight still. It's KSI on the run. Dodges the smoke. Also, Arsart looking for something. Runs away as well as Io still goes down. Gyro deturned on his BKB. Is looking for Bulldog. Bulldog tries to TP out. Will he be able to do so? No, he won't. Too much damage. Double kill going the way of Airman. And now they chase down Loda. They have that gem. Blink up again in 1 second. And there... Oh, that was a bit of an awkward blink. And that might actually help Loda get out. Because they don't see him.
Yeah, but if Smile gets close, he has the gem and they're surging him now. But Loda going the other way.
If they just need vision, they just
spot him.
Yeah, there we go. They just need that glimpse. So there we go. Never mind. No glimpse needed. Just an impale needed. He does have that. There we go. And a glimpse back inside the smoke, but it doesn't matter. The Dagon will be there, and the kill is there as well. They got the tier 3 tower, but they lost a lot for it. And Juke Master doesn't really juke well enough. I think he could have gotten out, but yeah, you don't really know where people are gonna go that are chasing you. So.
Yeah, just Alliance again. They get something out of it, but it feels like everything Alliance managed to get on the map, virtus.pro take just a little bit more, and that's kind of in the story of the game. They're getting a couple more kills, they're getting a couple more towers, and the only really big fight won by virtus.pro was pushing up that mid lane. And Alliance are pretty far behind from it, and they've been kind of behind just for this course of the game now. It looks like Smile probably going to die here. Maybe not. Blinks.
Blinks just as the shuriken was about to hit. Search up on KSI. Oh, he might still die though. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage there. He has got a Spike Carapace up again. Does stun EGM with it. Goes back for an Impale. Up on Bulldog. Blinks away again. Should be enough. TP's out. And now Alliance. They have to be so careful. Lucky for the invis. The double damage gyrocopter is not really where you want to be.
Yeah, that's not ideal to get in a fight with double damage MKB gyrocopter. He does a lot of damage, and he does it in a 1000 AoE. So everyone will right to back off now. And it's looking good for virtus.pro. They're up by 14 kills. I haven't peeked the graphs recently, but yeah, that's about what I expected with that fight in the mid lane. They just got so much out of this without losing anything.
And in the end, I mean, they have their tier 2 tower top down. The split push potential of Alliance, even though it is there purely because you have a Wisp, you can't really split push that much with a Ricky. RP up on Tamar Wild. Cooldown comes down though, here comes the rest. BKB up on Tamar Wild. They will still take him down, but they will lose Loda for a TP out from S4. Vacuum won't help because he is BKB'd. He won't go down in the end. And that is not a worthy trade for Alliance because Loda is the only carry that they really have at this point, and they cannot afford to lose him.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's more Admiral Bulldog and S4 that are going to be expected to carry this game if it's going to ever be carried, as it were. Loda is sitting at 7th in net worth right now. He's behind the Nyx assassin, and he's not coming back, not to a relevant point in this game. He can try and do some damage, but he's never going to just get big and try and carry. And here we go for a push on another tier 3.
Well, let's see how far they get.
And S4 used his RP to get that kill on Tamer Wild again. And it's a big kill to get, because Queen of Pain is quite farmed and does a lot of damage in these fights, but every time they use the RP to kill one person, when they're this far behind, it makes it harder for them to actually fight. But it looks like VP are content to just back off, and Alliance trying to initiate.
So careful though, Bulldog coming in. Wisp TP in as well, they want to take this, they want to fight this. Darcy wall goes up, cooldown comes down, and it's only on one though, but that one goes down, and that one was the most priority target ever. It was Ricky that dropped Blink forward from Smile, looking for a target, gets a dagger up on Bulldog. Here comes Wisp with the relocate, with the tether, tries to get Aki safe out of there, or, well, never mind, we'll actually be going down. Both of them will. Aki will also drop here, and that's a double kill for Airman. Will also be a kill going away of KSI, and that's 3 on the sidelines. And with just a Magnus and a Bounty Hunter left standing, never mind, you get yourself a keeper light as well. But what can they do right now? We already have Tamer while blinking forward. Seeing if they can do something.
Yeah, Keeper Light buyback is great for defending towers, because he's just going to keep throwing out those Illuminates to try and kill off the creep wave. But with how big virtus.pro are at this point, and they have a pipe up, of course, they can just push through it. Say, yeah, well, Illuminate's going to come through, we accept that, but we're going to take your buildings.
Yeah, they do get forced out again, though. Alliance, they want to try and chase this again. Everybody tracked up, apart from 2. If they lose this fight though, if they lose the next fight, they're gonna lose way more than just that Rax. EGM already in a lot of trouble, gets himself up, but there's an RP up on 2, need damage! The Illuminate doing massive damage! It is the Gyro and Tamer Wild that go down, no more Aegis was there. And Alliance get themselves 2 high valued kills. They might get NS as well. He pops the Ghost Scepter, but it's not gonna be helping him anymore as the Shockwave from S4 comes in. And the kill is theirs. And Alliance making sure that they are still in this game, for sure.
Yeah, they take a pretty big fight there, but they have to worry about the fact that they win that fight using all their spells, and that was without Aegis up. It's going to be up in about a minute, and VP can be respawned at that point. They'll have all their spells back off, cooldown. We get more Daggons up on Nyx, I guess. But that's probably where the next fight's going to be. And this time, I kind of expect VP to not kind of overextend a little bit. They maybe stayed a little bit too long trying to go for those buildings. They kept going for the retreat and then go back in. It doesn't really work that well when you're tracked up, because Alliance had perfect vision of what VP were doing, and IO getting killed again.
Yeah, I followed. He didn't even use his Dagon for that. That's how squishy GM was. That was
yeah, things not going well.
Kill.
Riki does have his BKB though, which is pretty good. And Gyro gets a Satanic, so as long as he doesn't get killed in the RP now, he basically has a second to life already with the Satanic. And then, of course, with an Aegis from the Roshan that's just respawned, that gives him effectively a 3rd life. And it's really hard to fight through 1 right now for Alliance. They just barely got him down during the RP duration.
Yep.
And yeah, they're going to have some trouble, I think.
Yeah, Roshan gonna be taken next. Alliance, they do have that RP again. They probably want to fight this, because if they don't, like you said, it's gonna be tough to fight through that Gyro. Here they come though. It is already Aki that has already dropped. Nice RP, it's upon 3, but where's the follow-up damage? Airman taking some, but he can just get back to life anyway with that Satanic that he just picked up, and the rest of Alliance now on the run. They killed Loda, they killed Aki. They will be able to take a kill in return with it as an S still goes down. But this is not a good situation for Alliance to be in. They have Loda buying back, but the RP now on cooldown. They can't hope to fight this, but they need to fight this. It is, they're gonna try.
They pretty much have to.
Yeah.
If they lose this fight, if they give up this Roshan for free, they're giving up their bottom racks for free, and then they're behind down 2 racks.
Oh, EGM will be picked up there. That's a godlike Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin will end up going down. Nicely done, Loda again with the kill. Goes for Tamer Wild right now as the gem gets picked up still by the Gyro. Goes on Bulldog, gets a call down. Doesn't hit anything with it though. But he does end up taking down Bulldog. Oh, well, actually, it was Tamar Wild that took down Bulldog. It's a soul ring on the floor. Oh well.
Yeah, and they need to finish off Roshan right now. He's really low. Their heroes are going to be back up momentarily.
Radiant's top tower is under
Oh,
attack.
Loda. Careful there. He wants that kill. He gets it as well. Whoa. Tamar Wild really greedy there. Thinking he would come back. In the meantime, Nixon says and finds EGM again. And he also now finds Aki. Oh, how much you would want to have your Dagon off cooldown when that Ghost Scepter is popped. But he ended up still getting the kill. Just depends on who right clicks Aki. There we go. Everybody thinking someone else would do it. But in the end, it is KSI with the killing blow. Roshan ended up going down, obviously. Airman with the Aegis. And this looks to be the final push of virtus.pro going to that bottom lane. Loda TPing back home. Preparing for a last battle, perhaps. We have Magnus having that RP up again. Has got that BKB. Only down to 5 seconds, though, which is really not that many.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Yeah, they don't have buybacks up on most of their heroes, so if any of them go down now for Alliance, they're in a lot of trouble. Whereas they have to fight through Illidan a million times still.
Oh, S4, he's
trying to get
looking
the
for it.
RP.
He can't find it though.
He's
He
only going
can't
to get
find
a
it.
gyro.
He needs it right now. He gets a gyro and KSI, but in the end, it's very late. The damage going through is not nearly enough to take them down, and they're just standing there taking the damage, and they can then still turn around and try to fight them as they do take down Io, they do take down the Rex. Bounty Hunter also on the floor still, and that is a fortify. Just, oh, Loda, what are you doing there? Trying to pick up a support disruptor, not worth it. Rex will go down, GG, well played. virtus.pro, they stay on top. StarLadder Season 6. They are the team with only 1 loss, while now Alliance has got 2 losses to their names and stay in the 2nd place. virtus.pro, they take this game. In the end, pretty convincingly.
Yeah, it never felt really close. They just played very well. And again, that's what happens when we have these tri-lane versus tri-lane situations. Whoever wins the tri-lane, if they win it by a significant enough margin, the other team is playing behind for so much of the game that it's hard to ever really do anything. It forced S4 to have to rotate a lot, it forced Admiral Bulldog to have to rotate a lot, and they weren't really able to ever gain any ground, any footing into the mid and eventually late game.
Indeed, and with this win, of course, also virtus.pro now secured to go to Kiev. They have got 33 points, I believe. So, yeah, 33 points. Secure themselves the spot in the LAN finals in Kiev Cyber Arena in the weekend of the 6th of May. The first team to secure themselves that spot, so congrats to them indeed.
6th of July?
6th of July.
You said May.
I meant July.
I was like, wait a second, May. That's last month.
Nobody is calling Dota Ref winner Dyers as yet. We do, of course, our 15 minutes past starting time of the next match that will happen. We're having two matches still for StarLadder Season 6 tonight. One will be Fnatic taking on DD. The other one is virtus.pro again, and then up against Rockskids. So,
It's a lot.
yeah, because he really I mean, the teams are waiting, obviously, so they're just waiting for the throne to go down. Willing just wants to kill. Well, good luck for that. Throne will die. There we go. So, end screen will only be up for a very short period of time because we need to jump ourselves into the next match. Again, sorry for my disconnect. As I already said, ISP issues cannot be resolved for today, so I might have more disconnects later, which I hope they won't be, but, you know, can't really stop them from happening. Anyway, let's jump ourselves out of this match and into the next one, so stick around for Fnatic taking on Quantic Gaming, formerly known as DD, and we'll be with you in just a moment.